What is a thought leader? Have you thought of that before? I'm going to break down 6 things that writers need to know and you need to probably get rid of from your writing. By the way, this is York. Please remember to like and subscribe to this channel. Now, I made a list. I don't have all of these in my mind, so I'm cheating with this cue card. The first thing on the list is a thought leader. Whenever I think of a thought leader, I think of like a cult leader. Somebody that's leading people to where they want you to think. You could say that when you're watching TV and social media, there's some people that are like thought leaders. I ran into a couple of writers and they said, you know what? I'm a thought leader. Not me. They're talking about themselves. And I thought that was strange. I think you should never say that you are a thought leader. It sounds a little bit arrogant. Let somebody else call you a thought leader. Don't call yourself that. In fact, if you are a writer, forget about the whole idea because it creates an elite mindset. Just to think that there's some thought leaders and then there's the average at the bottom. In fact, everyone leads in their own capacity. Everyone has thoughts and they're leading something. So forget about the whole thought leader. Number 2, lived experience. I hear this all the time. Now, back in my days, back in the 80s, we never ran into this issue. Now, I'm kind of dating myself because I'm in my 50s. I know I may look young, like if I'm 20 years old with my baby face, but don't be fooled by that. But back in my days, we just said experience. What experience do you have? Or I have experience in this. But we never said that this is my lived experience. Now, I know what that means because they want to make the experience seem more personal. But the English language is very refreshing and detailed. We don't need to put the lived in there. We already know what that means. So if you are a writer, whatever genre that you're doing, especially nonfiction, forget about lived experience. We know what you mean. You've experienced this. It's not a dead experience, right? Opposed to lived as a dead experience. No, so forget about lived experience. Number 3, you are the brand. Now, this one may sound really good because you want to get yourself known. You want to be recognized as a writer in your field. And they say that it's not the person, it's the brand. Or better yet, you have to sell yourself so you become that brand, like Nike or Apple or whatever it is. But you are an individual. You are a spirit trapped inside of a mortal coil. You're unique. There's no one like you. You're not a commodity. You're not a commercial. So don't say that you are a brand. You could sell your stuff, your artwork, your books, but you're not your books, you're not your art, you're your own self. Also, it personalizes things when you say, I am not a brand, I am an individual. So scrap that from your repertoire. Number 3, or better yet, number 4, hold space for you. Now that sounds nice, right? I'm going to hold space for you. That means I'm not going to judge you. You could be your authentic flower. You could do whatever you want to do, and I'm not going to interfere with your vibe. Sounds great. But in reality, as a writer, we can't hold space all the time for our characters. Because some characters, we need to go in and say, okay, this guy is not very good, or she is the villain of the story. Sounds pretty. Some languages do, right? Some phrases do sound very pretty, but we need to dissect everything. We need to become, should I say, more inquisitive, more critical. Not cynical, but critical. So think about that for a while. Number 5, live your truth. Now, this is everywhere. I run into writers all the time, and they say, you know what, York, I'm living my truth. They say it in a way as if truth itself is not an objective reality, it's subjective. Like, this is truth for me, and this may be truth for her. Then you have to say, well, then what is truth? And then somebody say, well, they're both truths. No, they're contradictory. Truth by itself, there's either the truth or there's a lie. These things are binary, all right? They're separate from each other. So when you say truth, when we heard that before growing up, we understood what that meant. Scientists, they don't use this term. Hey, I'm gonna do my chemistry, or I'm gonna work on this DNA sequencing, and I'm just gonna live my truth. Are you crazy? Scientists don't say that because science is all about objective reality. They can't live their truth, because if they do that, people are going to get sick, right? They're not going to explore the cosmos because somebody's going to say, well, I think that's a planet up there, or that's a star. I'm going to live my truth. And then somebody else would say, well, I don't think it is. And the person would say, what are you talking about? So this is dangerous. It's dangerous for writers. If I was you, I would scrap that idea about living your truth. Now, to wrap everything up, the creme de la creme of all of these phrases is number 6. Check your privilege. Oh, this is a big one. They say if you are succeeding in your life, if you are doing great things, that somebody may come across you and say, you know what? You got to check your privilege. Now, they say this a lot about white people, just to be honest, okay? That's what they say. So if somebody is successful as a white person, they say they need to check their privilege because other people that are coming up, they don't have those luxuries. Now, okay, all right, hear me out. Everyone has a privilege. Everyone's privileged. I'm privileged to live in this country. I'm privileged to have an incredible son holding the camera right here, right? I'm privileged to be a writer, to be a podcaster. So to say to check your privilege, or better yet, when people say that, it makes it feel that it's not earned, that your success is not earned, that's being handed to you. So if you write your books and you're doing very good as an author, and somebody says, well, you got to check your privilege, and then you see, oh my goodness, yeah, you're right. People don't have it as good as me. And then somebody else may say, the only reason because you have all of these things is because it's being handed to you. It doesn't matter what nationality you are. That's all ridiculous, right? It is ridiculous. What you have is you have privileges. Everyone does. Use them to your advantage. I'm blessed because I live here, and I have a podcast, and I have a family, and you are blessed as well. Count your blessings. If you like this video, remember to like and subscribe, and also check out my podcast, Welcome to Earth Stories. It's sci-fi stories you can't get anywhere else. This is York. You take care, and I'll talk to you soon.